Well, this is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beer on a Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
Cheers. Little taste of Yorkshire too.
It's a midweek Natters featuring a guest natterer.
Yes, I've been dumped, haven't I?
You have been dumped,
Yeah.
but you're back. I've brought you back.
Well, clearly, because
Yeah,
I'm here.
Anyway, so midweek Natters.
Yes.
It's not quite midweek. It's Tuesday night at about 8 o'clock, I think, isn't it?
6.
6.
I'll put it at 6.
Oh, 6 o'clock. Okay. So it's Tuesday night at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
But midweek Natters.
Now, there is a reason for this other than to introduce our main feature.
Yeah.
And that is to catch up on all the stuff we missed out on
Well,
Saturday night's recording.
some of the stuff doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But we was running this competition for 2 bottles of wine.
Guess the mileage.
Guess the mileage, and because of everything that went wrong in the last 2 sites,
Yeah.
we kept forgetting to give you the information.
Yes.
So we thought we'd catch up. So we'll just give them a brief run through
Right.
of. We started off in New Haven.
Yes, that's where we're going to start. That's where our storage is.
Yep.
So I'm going to give you the towing, or where we went to.
Yeah.
And you can work out from there. Google is your friend, probably.
Yeah.
So the first trip was from New Haven to Somerswood Caravan Park in Meriden in Warwickshire.
Yep. And well, I think I'll give them a clue anyway to this. We didn't do much. The car stayed on site.
Yeah, it went
'Cause
a
we
couple of
went
miles
out-
to get diesel, and that was it, wasn't it?
That was it. I would think 3 miles, no more, because your cousin drove us around.
Yes, bless him.
So that was it. So basically, that's easy for them.
Yep. The next one was a long run up to Berwick upon Tweed.
Yep.
Long run that. Maybe 6 hours, was it?
Oh yeah, it was quite a way.
Yep.
But
we done a fair bit of running around once we was up there, but I think you've already mentioned that in...
they've been given clues on that,
Yes.
so
Yep.
they've got to look back, or possibly they've written down or whatever. But yes, they've been
Right.
given the run around, as they say there.
Yeah. Right, next we hauled Patsy down to Whitley Bay, or more precisely the old Hartley Caravan and Motorhome Club site near Seaton Sluice.
Again,
Fairly short run, that one.
Yep. Again, I think we give them clues to that one, so they've already got that listed somewhere, hopefully, or it's been mentioned in a tweet, or the blog, or somewhere it's come up anyway. So from there,
we went down to Naburn Locks Caravan
which is
site.
different from what we originally said.
It was going to be Thirsk,
Yeah.
but because of the flooding, because it was waterlogged.
If you'd already worked out our trip
Yeah,
at the
you've
beginning,
got to get your calculator out again.
You've got to get your calculator out again, because that's changed.
Yep.
That's just outside York.
So
basically.
pretty much Whitley Bay down to Naburn Locks Caravan site. Yeah, it's just a few miles south of York, just off the A64, A19 junction.
And the clues there, because we didn't give you any clues anywhere, so I will give you them now. We went to Bradford,
Yep.
there and back from there,
to Protech.
to Protech. 90 miles, there and back.
Thereabouts, yeah.
So roughly 90 miles
Yeah,
we did.
and a bit of running around, a couple of
Pubs,
and a
supermarket. Not going to give you the clues
So
there,
it's
but
only
it's
a few miles.
a
Yeah.
few miles. But we went to supermarket, twice to the
I'll
pub.
give you the clue. The supermarket, well, every little helps, is what they tell us.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they can work that out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so from there we come down.
We come down
Cambridgeshire.
to Cambridgeshire, Stroud Hill Park, in the village of Pidley in Cambridgeshire.
Again, they can work
It's a
that
pretty
out.
straightforward run down the A1, turn off onto the A141.
Believe it or not, we clocked up. I'm not going to give you the total mileage, but just on the day we went to see family backwards and forwards to Cambridge, we clocked up just over 100 miles.
We
didn't
did, yeah, just running
102
around.
or something.
Yeah.
And then there was bits and pieces. We went to the local pub one night.
Yep.
We went back into Huntingdon to get some fuel, didn't
Yep.
we? But that was roughly it.
Yes.
So, there's your clues there. So basically, I think that's all they need for that.
Well, obviously the last trip is from Stroud Hill back home.
Yep.
Home being Patsy's home.
Yeah.
So we're saying New Haven again,
Haven.
and East Sussex.
So that's really it. That's your clues. Put them down. We don't want them on this blog, do we? We
No.
want them on vlog rather, not blog.
Yeah.
We want the answers. We'll remind you again in the normal Sunday night natters
Yes.
on Sunday coming.
Episode 15.
Episode 15. So don't put your guesses on this one, please, because this is just to add on to that, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll remind you again on Sunday of some of what we've said here
Yep.
tonight, and your answers on that.
Yep.
The one who's closest will win 2 bottles of wine out of Patsy's
red and white, 2 white or whatever.
Whatever they want.
Yeah.
And
condition, as always, you must meet us on site.
On site
somewhere.
Or if you're down in Brighton, we'll bring them to you.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're going to be on sites all over, mainly from the Midlands down this summer.
Yeah, in the summer. Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll be near enough to you somewhere.
Yep.
Well, you Southerners, if not, you'll have to wait till
Yeah.
Christmas when we may go north or something. But wherever, you know, them wines are yours forever.
Yeah.
Right, so that's...
Did you remember to buy them little miniature bottles?
They're having full bottles.
Oh,
Stop being tight. Anyway, that's it really. We're going to introduce you now to the Protech. But before we do that, we're going to let you know what we're going to be doing on Sunday night.
Sunday night Natter, starting this Sunday.
This Sunday, and for the next, 5-6 weeks?
Probably, yes.
I would think it'll take us nearly 6 weeks, won't it?
Yep.
We are going to take you on a journey to the Republic of Ireland.
I think it was nearly 4 years ago.
Is it really?
Yeah.
We
had a fantastic trip out there.
Whole of summer. We get obviously 8 weeks off, 2 months off. So we went over to Ireland.
Yep.
We covered north and south, didn't we?
Yep.
We had some cracking sites, all budget sites, apart from one.
Yep.
And believe it or not, the one site that wasn't budget was the only site we wouldn't recommend, isn't it? So,
yes.
But yes, all sites by Camping Island.
From their brochure, yeah.
All budget sites, and believe you and me, they were all excellent. Well, apart from that one. So we're going to bring you that in the next 6 weeks. So watch out for that starting this Sunday, and the ferry ride. So that'll be it. Anyway, we should introduce.
I was going to say, get on with it.
Well, you introduce it.
Right.
You can introduce me.
Right. Coming up is Jeremy Paxman here, as he talks to Paul Smith, MD of Pro-tec Covers.
Please enjoy. Okay, so it's a midweek Natters. Well, it might be midweek when it comes out to you. And you may notice I've got a new partner. He actually wears coloured material, this one.
Pink.
No, pink, yes. Some people might say that's quite apt. Anyway, we're here at Protech. And
right.
you are Paul, you
Correct.
are the MD of Protech.
That's right.
Protech, what is the company all about?
Yeah, Pro-tec Covers, we're manufacturers of protective covers for vehicles, mainly caravans and motorhomes. There's full storage products. We also do cars, motorbikes, basically anything that wants a protective cover, we'll manufacture it for it.
What's the history or the basic history of Protech?
Okay, the company's been going roughly about 30 years. It started out actually a clothing business and gradually progressed into the vehicle industry.
Quite a change going from.
Certainly is. Yeah. Basically, you've got to be diverse. You're looking to change. At the time, the clothing industry in this part of the country declined.
Yeah.
And obviously, it still employed people as a business, so we wanted to keep the business running. So the business moved into the leisure industry.
Quite forward thinking, if you don't mind me saying.
I think it was accidental more than
because
else at the time.
Well, obviously, with the caravan market growing as it is, it couldn't have worked out better for you, surely.
Perfect timing.
You know. Anyway, we're here today to talk about your latest product, the towing jacket, which I have to say I'm very impressed with. It's a great product.
We started. I came into the business about 18 months ago, and decided that we already had a towing cover in the marketplace, and we decided we needed to adapt, modernise, improve, which is basically the ethos of the company anyway. So within 18 months of design process, we came up with a towing jacket. Now, the idea of the towing jacket is for a fully tailored product for towing a caravan with.
Yeah, as you know, people who follow, Twitter and Facebook, obviously Barry did a great article which he posted on our website about the towing jacket. He's also done a great video. It's quite a revealing video, if I might add. It does show a lot. Yeah, it does, really.
Entertaining.
You should watch it. It's worth watching. But going back to the towing jacket, we've obviously had feedback from people on social media. One of the biggest questions was the zip and the possibility of damage to their caravans. Now, obviously, I've seen the product now firsthand, so I know that it's safe. But if you'd like to explain why it's safe.
Of course, yeah. The two things in it, and it's always a concern to any caravanner with the zips that are going to be looking like they're going to be on your caravan itself. So the idea was to hide the zip on in the inside, so that there would be no scratching or rubbing of the actual zip itself onto the van. So what we've done, we've put a safety flap on the back of the cover itself, and that's actually stitched to the cover, but what that does, that secures that the zip overlays and can't touch the van. And also what we've done then as well is where the zip pulleys are, we've also put padded crosses, so that what will happen is they velcro down and the zip pulley can't move, so there's no vibration of the pulley onto the van as well.
Yeah, good. Obviously we took some photos, so obviously if Richard was sitting there, I would be saying to him now, he'll put something up there, like a float. I don't know where it's going to come from, but it'll come from somewhere, and you know, hopefully you'll see these photos.
Yeah.
And seeing it firsthand myself, I know that will protect your caravan.
Yeah, and not only that, the flap itself's a non-abrasive material as well, so there's going to be no scratching or no abrasion between the cover and the van as well. So it's not only covering the zip, it is actually protecting the van as well.
Yeah. You know, I think that covers that. I think your caravan will be quite safe, honestly. I've looked at it today. It's not going to damage your caravan. The other big question is because unlike your other covers or other covers on the on the market, it doesn't have adjustable straps to tighten it.
No.
Now people are concerned that this will start slipping down, or Yeah,
we can understand that.
Yeah, it was when people asked me about it, I thought, yeah, there could be a problem. Again, we've seen what you've done to stop that. If you would like to explain again.
Yeah. Okay, so what the cover consists of is two solid pieces that are fully tailored to the shape of your caravan. So that's make, model, year specific, and they're fully tailored, so it follows the contour of your van. Then also, to keep the cover in place while we're in transit, we've got a four-way stretch material either side of the zip. So what that does, that keeps that fabric and it keeps the cover tight all the way along the front of the van. So the basis of it is a solid piece that won't move. Now that four-way stretch is a TPU coated material, which is on a polyester-based knit. It's resistant to oils, it's resistant to acid, it's high UV protection, it's waterproof, it's breathable. So it's a fantastic material to use for towing with.
While we're talking about, waterproof and everything else, again on social media, only this morning there's been some talk about towing covers absorbing water and increasing the weight, which then increases the problems when you're towing. How is yours different from some of the others on the market like that? Okay,
what we have is a material that's not a sponge base, so basically the water can run off. What you don't want to do is have the water collect inside the cover, causing it to weigh more, causing it to become heavy, but basically act like a sponge. So what we have is a material that lets the water run away and goes off onto the floor.
Yeah, because I've actually lifted this, total jacket up this morning in your great little caravan bag that you've made special for it, and it doesn't even weigh it's less than a bag of sugar. It's quite incredible.
The idea of the cover itself, one of the main concepts was to make something that was usable for one person. So the idea was you can pick it up, you can take it apart, you can put it on by yourself, you don't need anybody else with you. It's lightweight, and it's all about its practicality. It's not about looking
It's
good.
basically a solo erection, basically.
Correct. Probably right.
And it really can be done by one person, can't it? It's just incredible. Because obviously there's lots of solo caravanners out there, but there's an awful lot of husbands that have to do it on their own, do it themselves.
There is, yeah, and there's a lot of wives as well.
Yeah, exactly right. We really shouldn't have said that word, but there you go. We did. Anyway, with the other thing that obviously, we queried as well, it's there to protect your caravan against stones. We're not talking boulders here, because I don't think any towing jacket or cover would stop that. But it's quite substantial in the fact that it'll stop the average stone from the road kicking up at it and damaging your window and things like that.
Yeah. I mean, the idea is first most is basically to stop the dirt, the grit, and the muck riding up from the back of the car or the vehicle that you're towing with up the front of your van. Second of all, any stone chippings that are flying up, and it'll prevent it from damaging that front of your van. double padded at the bottom as well, where your main course of concern would be. So again, it just stops them any damages. Like I say, it won't stop a boulder, it won't stop something flying off another car, but it will stop the majority of the basic road grit.
Obviously, it's on there, stone chips, yes, but mud,
mud and dirt.
Soot out of your exhaust.
Absolutely.
How does one clean this towing jacket?
Okay, some mild soap suds and just a nice easy cloth and wipe over. Easy as that. A little baby brush if need be, that'll just take off a little bit more of the grime, but fine, just a soap suds will be fine. And
it's not. What about putting it away wet or something like that?
Okay, what you've got is both of the fabrics that we use there are breathable fabrics. It can go away wet. It will just take longer to dry. The more confined you put it into its bag as a smaller space, it'll take longer to dry, but it will dry.
Obviously, because it's in two sections, it's quite easy to wrap over a small washing line or something like that.
Yeah, once you're on site, if you've got a line up, of course you can.
It's very easy.
And it's lightweight as well, so it's not going to be heavy on the line either.
Yeah, because obviously with the bigger covers, once they get soaking wet and you've just arrived on site,
it's finding somewhere to put it.
It's finding somewhere to put it. Yeah, I can see he's got great advantages on that.
And that's it. And it doesn't soak the water. So what will tend to happen with it, the water will run off the fabric itself. So it tends not to be wet. It will just have a wet feel when you just push the water away. But
obviously I wouldn't do it, but you would never advise to leave your towing jacket on at storage unit or
no. What we say is, look, if you can have a storage cover, buy a storage cover. Towing jacket is for towing with. Now there is no problem like overnight, leaving it on overnight or 2 nights while you're away. That's not a problem. The problem that I would have if you have a towing jacket on site as a storage cover is if it rains, the water's going to go down the front. Then you'll end up with black marks and mucky marks, and then you say, "Oh, my towing jacket's not working."
Yeah.
Well, it's not, because it's not designed in that purpose. It's designed to protect it while you're towing.
But going on to the overnight eventuality, i.e. if you've turned up late at a site and the next night you're just doing an overnighter, one of the nice things about your towing jacket is you can still have access to your locker.
That's right, every point of course. So if you get to site and you, like I say, you're late and you don't want to take the cover off, you can just unzip it slightly. You can open it up so you've got access from your window, or you can go the other way and you can zip it up and you've got access then to get into your locker box, but you've still got the cover on, and then you're away again in the morning without messing around with your cover as well.
Because a lot of people, when they're if they're going on tour halfway up to Scotland or something like that, you don't want to be messing about. You're just on an overnighter, so. Right, that is one huge advantage.
Yes,
isn't it?
Definitely. And look, the worst case scenario is if you have to take it off, as you said earlier, and you picked it up, it's so light, you don't have to worry about it, even if you had to take it off. But the concern, like I say, no concern is you can use it right.
What would you say the average time is of putting one on? I reckon 5 minutes.
Well, Millie did it in 57 seconds. Now, Millie's a girl in the office, and she put it on at the show. I don't know if you saw, I think the Lost Weekends.
Yeah, Lost Weekends.
Videoed it, and it was 57 seconds. And myself, you're looking in the region of about a minute and a half. Straightforward. One side up the awning, other side up the awning, zip straight up, elasticated clips under your valance. You're done.
Yeah, it's a great product. But I think that covers the product. But what I want to talk about is your company.
Right.
We've had the privilege of walking around this company today.
Yeah.
And I know Lost Weekends, we just mentioned them. They're coming to film some of your factory, aren't they? And meet some of your staff. And I hope when they come that they talk to the staff. Yeah. You've got a great workforce here.
Oh, unbelievable. The workforce that we have here is so dedicated to what we do and loyal to what we do, and they've all bought in as well to the ethos that we've created, which is all about the family. It's all about a family tree, which I showed you earlier on. Everybody who works here is part of that family tree, and anybody that's a customer of ours is part of that family tree, and that's what we try and encourage. So, as I kind of said to you earlier, the first thing we do is the customer service girls are. They're not sales girls, they're customer service girls. I'm sorry, Peter, again. Boys.
Yeah.
And it's the phrase we use is we cuddle the customer. And it's all about cuddling the customer, making sure that we look after them. And the customer's right to us. And that's the staff then do it to themselves as well. They cuddle each other. And
I genuinely felt when I was walking around that, it was great because you knew every member of staff's name, and and they responded. they all looked happy in their job.
Yeah.
You know, if I was purchasing a cover from you, I would be confident that it's made right because the staff look as if they're enjoying their job.
Yeah.
And, you know, and,
Yeah,
and
it is important.
It really was good to see. So Lost Weekends, when you're doing the video, I hope it comes through in the video going around the, you know, around the factory, because you've got a great.
Well,
great
I'm hoping
staff.
when they come in that they'll get to see a little bit more, because obviously you've seen the new factory as well where
Yeah.
we're going, and it's a bit of a not a mess, but it's ongoing.
Well, you know what I mean. It's great because you've got a new factory, a new product,
Yeah, all in
and
one.
going into a new factory.
Yeah.
Exciting times ahead. I honestly believe the product is great. Time will tell if it turns out to be great for you. I hope it does.
We looking through the figures that we've had and where we've come from with this product, it's been a fantastic launch.
Yeah.
It's surpassed what the management team here thought was going to be a decent level, to the extent now that we're going to have to get in touch with the customers and just slow things down a bit. It is a great product. It looks good, its weight's good, it feels good, it does its job, and everything just seems very successful with it.
Before we finish, obviously there's going to be a lot of people say, you know, can you fit my caravan? My caravan is 6 years old. You know, it's getting on a bit. You know, are you manufacturing them, you know, for my caravan? What is your ambition with that?
As a company and myself as a person, we will cover anything and any age. It doesn't matter. All we do say is, look, bear with us. The older the van, the harder it is to find. If you can bring the van to us, fantastic. We will pattern it while you're here. You can come in, we'll put the kettle on. As you say, you can have a cuppa like you've had yourself.
Good.
Have a walk around the tour while we do.
Yeah,
the
he's
work.
only giving me coffee, no beer. I might have to bring back the blogger in black. Sorry, I didn't.
Oh, I dumped again.
Yeah.
But no, we will cover anything. But just bear with us. If it's an older van and you're not nearby, just give us a bit of time and we'll do it.
So basically, anyone who's got any age of van,
Doesn't matter.
it's possible.
Yeah.
To have one of these.
Just need time.
Modern jackets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, thanks for your time, Paul.
No
I've
problem.
really enjoyed.
Thank you very much for
seeing
coming down.
your
It's been a pleasure.
workforce. And hopefully this new product goes really well for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, no worries.